I'm going to give you the czar of the military, and I'm going to give you the czar of education. As the czar of the military, you're allowed to make one sweeping change that you think that is so obvious. Why wouldn't we do this? And as the czar of education, you're allowed to do the same thing. And I do believe that this will be heard by people who have the authority to implement what you suggest. So think carefully. And whenever you're ready, it requires no thought on my part. I'm just going to sit back and wait for you to enlighten me.
Czar of the military. You have to think about your people. That is probably the thing that a lot of times really gets left out. The higher echelons think, well, I'll just implement this and whatever falls out, falls out. But a lot of times what they say and what they intend, I'm sure they intend for good, but a lot of it times it doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense at the lower echelons. So
can you give an example of that?
Well, pay for one thing. The pay is so out of kilter right now. They're trying to make amends to that and trying to raise the pay for the lower enlisted. But there's been such a gap for so long that it's going to take a while to get that. I mean, and obviously they have different jobs and different responsibilities, so a difference in pay is to be expected. But you have to have, you can't have airmen that have to qualify for food stamps just to eat, to keep their families going. And we do have that.
I would also add to that a Pentagon budget is usually about the stuff and the machinery, and they like that stuff and the machinery. And then people become part of the machine. I tell you what, they brand them deep. When you're in the service, you are loyal to the service your whole life. It just seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't really do much when you get out. After you're out, they're kind of done with it. I shouldn't say that as a blanket statement, but I think we could do more for people after they leave the service of their country and not just kind of let them float out there and hope that a volunteer organization steps up.
I have seen a lot of improvement in the Veterans Administration over the last 10 years.
Oh, that's good.
They have done amazing for me. I'm very, very pleased with the care that I get through the Veterans Administration. They took care of me through knee replacement and a year of cancer treatments and stuff like that. So they've done really well for me. Now, other people don't have the same experience, or they don't give them the credit that they deserve. But for me, they have done just a wonderful job. So, yeah,
good.
Are there things that could be better? Sure, always is. But for the most part.
Now that I've gotten you out of the czar of the military, now you're the czar of education. All right.
Education picks up where the parents leave off. So many times we would sit in dealing with disciplinary actions from kids that go right back to parenting. And you can't stand there and tell the parent you did a lousy job. But if we could have, as part of our education system, parenting hooks to let the people know that, if you have a kid that sits at home and scrolls on their phone all the time and then comes to class, it's hard to get a hook to teach them something because they're saying, well, can we be done with this so I can go back to my phone? So I think a lot of the education has to be the parents telling their kids that it's important. And a lot of times you don't get that.